Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we are talking about the top 100 decks from the Duelist Cup. Now, this isn't all of them, but this should give you a snapshot of what the meta was like, and what the best decks are post-Duelist Cup, or what they were for the Duelist Cup. So, let's just hop into this, and number one is Pearly. Are we surprised? No, we shouldn't be. Number two is also Pearly, using the Ghost Trick engine. Now, if you don't know, the Ghost Trick engine basically allows you to discard shot to be able to go into your, or you go into the rank 1 Duelahan, and then with the shot, you are able to, to basically put the Duelahan back onto your field after going to the Angel of Mischief, and then you are able to make a Utopic Draco Future, which is pretty powerful. That's basically it. You just make this on top of other Pearly stuff. It does cut the Pearly stuff, which means that if you end up playing against, Kashtira, it's really bad, because they could just, you activate a monster effect, and Unicorn goes, cool, get that happiness out of there, get that Zeus, get the Draco, or whatever it may be that they want to rip out of your deck. So, could cause issues, but if you're playing against Pearly, it's very strong, because it steals the monster, which then you could just use for your own nefarious purposes. So, there you go. Next up, we have Labyrinth as rank 3. Labyrinth I did expect to do very well. Main decking, or not main decking, but playing also the Contact C to just out the Pearlies. Not playing a whole lot of traps besides Skill Drain and Dimensional Barrier. Turns out you don't really need to when you're playing this many hand traps and things like that. So, there you go. Yeah. It's really cool. This is really cool. Yeah, this is really fun. Yeah. Synchro Zone, by the way, very funny card. Hopefully Konami notices this. They probably won't. They'll probably just turn a blind eye. But yeah, it turns out having a million draw options and Kaiser Coliseum and Inspector Border kind of causes issues. If they think it's runic, it's not. It's never been runic. It's been the myriad of options that allow you to draw a million cards and set a million cards as well. And this guy. And this guy right here. Very difficult to deal with in a best of one. Same with Pachycephalo. Same with a lot of the stupid stun cards. Moving on. Pearly. More Pearly. More Pearly. Cool. Here we have ourselves Sprite, Live Twin, as well as Branded. A 40 card branded list as well, which is pretty cool. Sprite, Live Twin is the way to go, apparently. Moving on, we have more Labyrinth. We have also Dragon Link. This is the first one of Dragon Link. 42 card list, pretty clean, all things considered. More Live Twin Sprite. Turns out Live Twin Sprite was the way to play Live Twin. Not Runic Live Twin. I've lied to you all, apparently. Next up, we have more Pearly. We have more Stun. Yay. But we also have more Branded and Mathmech. Woo. Turns out Mathmech actually does pretty well in these events because it is the most simple thing to play that just OTKs the opponent. It can go first, it can go second, it can, play a million hand traps, it can play a million other cards to beat the meta. It's just like a good all-rounder for an event like this because you just kind of turn your brain off, do the combo, and win. You don't even have to really think. You just kind of click button. It's very easy. Very helpful. Especially in a meta that is this difficult. Next up, we have more Kashtira, or we have our first instance of Kashtira, as well as Dragon Link. More Sprite with this weird amalgamation of cards. This is not Sprite. This is just, stuff. Deep Sea Diva does make sense since the Nimble Beaver limitation, but why are we still playing Swap Frog and targets for Swap Frog? This just doesn't make sense. Why not just play literally anything else? I do not understand this. This feels like copium. But alas, it's still topped because people are psychopaths and decides to commit just tens of hours in 3 days to just playing games. Anyway, we have more Pearly. We have more Stun! I hate this card. I hate this card so much. Why does this card exist? Also this one. This one right here. Anyway, moving on. Cool. Yep. Yep, Floodgates. Woo. We have Tri-Brigade Sprite. Based. Let's go. Tri-Brigade Sprite. This is, 100%. Let's go. We have ourselves up more Pearly with the Ghost Trick engine, of course. And then more Labyrinth. And Tier Tier actually was pretty good. If you didn't see me play in the Duelist Cup, I actually did do a bunch of Tier, and I just think that it was really underrated, especially early on. I think no one was really prepared for Tier, and so a lot of people were like, whoa, Tier's still good? Yeah, Tier is still very good. So, there you go. App, by the way. Oh my gosh, they're playing Pep. And Black Rose. Makes sense. FH Dawn Drex. What are our Oh, I see. I was like, how are we making so many 7s? This guy. They're playing multiple of him. More Pearly. More Pearly. We also have more Mathmech as well. Hip Hip Hooray. More Tier Lament. This time I'm playing the one Mutor. This is a really weird list. I hate this list. I think it's really bad. But to each their own. And somehow they did it. And then also a 60 card. This, Pendulum. Yeah. There are certainly a lot of Pendulum cards in there. I have no idea what's going on. I understand the concept. I do not understand how this helps. How this works. How this ended up. Actually, I do. People are just committed to making their terrible decks in the top. I don't know why. Anyway, moving on. More Kashtira. More Mathmech. More Pearly. We have more Tier Lament, playing more of the Kashtira engine on top of that. We have ourselves Zaid King, who's done really well in Duel Links events as well, playing 53 card Dragon Link. I don't know why 53. I don't know what's going on there, but sure. More Lab. Lab is just very good. One of the better of the decks. Anyway. Yep. Floodgates. Ooh. You know? I wonder how many of their games they just got, like, auto wins, basically, because they revealed that they were playing this, and people were like, I'm not going to play against this, it's too slow. I wonder. Moving on, we have a very interesting, first of all, a very not interesting Pearly list. But then a very interesting not Pearly list. It's not branded. It's like Bestial Kashtira Control with like a million hand traps. Like, look at how many hand traps. They're not playing Imperm for reasons. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But Maxi, DD Crow, Valor, Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom, all of the Bestials. Like, literally all of the Bestials that you could play, except for Baldrake. Kashtira, They're also playing Diviner to send Herald, I guess? For, like, reasons I don't... Again, really weird list, but very cool as well. Moving on. We have more Pearly. More Labyrinth. More Pearly. More Tribegate Sprite playing Nimble Musasabi, sorry. It's a beast. Turns out it's a beast. Very funny. More Labyrinth. We have Trap Trick. Again, you can get any deck you want up into the top 100 if you want to ruin a weekend. But yeah, there you go. We have more Pearly. We have Scareclaw. Not surprising. Kashtira boosts this strategy significantly. We have more Pearly. More this. Yay. More Pearly. And again, a deck that shouldn't be here. I say shouldn't, but like, isn't all that great. But obviously can make it to the top 100. Very funny, but yeah, there you go. And then, yay, stun. Cool. Card of Demise. There it is. Anyway, so, yeah, that's basically it. As we can see, Pearly is by far the best deck, and was by far the best deck for this format. I know other people may have been saying other various things, but no, it was always Pearly. It was always going to be Pearly. Yes, Pearly is a little bit more difficult to play, but honestly, so was Tier, and Tier was still far and away the best deck when that one was out. The only thing that could compete was, like, Sprite. And so people kind of started playing Sprites towards the end because it was faster, and that was it. But yeah, Pearly is just far and away the best one. Labyrinth also is very competitive as well, so I do expect hits to, to Pearly and to Labyrinth. Also, should you be playing the Ghost Trick engine? No, the only reason the Ghost Trick engine was so very good was because it's good against Pearly, as well as some of the other decks that were specifically seen at the top. Most notably, things like Labyrinth, being able to just have a monster negate to also negate and steal is pretty good. But more specifically, just having like a big guy that's difficult to deal with is pretty nice as well. On top of that, Pearly is just Pearly doing Pearly things. Cool. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy, and you got a basic understanding of what was actually happening at the top in the DC Cup, or in the Duelist Cup. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.